Update. I found my girlfriend's Reddit post detailing how she was in love with her ex after a year. Original post. Sorry in advance, as this may come off as rambling. A bit of context first. My 20 male and my 19-year-old girlfriend's 1-year anniversary is next Wednesday. We met through a mutual friend's party while she was still with her ex. They had been dating for a year and a half. The next week they broke up, and she hit me up wanting to hook up. She lied about this in her post. A few months later, I asked her out. Now on to the main event. The other day, I was scrolling through my phone in my girlfriend's room when a notification popped up for Reddit. She studies journalism and uses it as a news outlet. Curious, I looked to see if it was anything important and saw it was a notification from the Heartbreak subreddit. Thinking she was just scrolling or helping another person out, I looked at the notification and saw that someone had replied to her post. So I found her account on my phone and told myself I'd look at it later, thinking maybe it was a complaint about me so I could work on myself and become a better partner, you know. When I got home the next day, I looked at the account and read the post, and to my shock, it detailed how she is still in love with her ex. The part that got me was how she could not shake her ex, and that she feels guilt and pain for being in a relationship with me. She says she feels bad for me, as I'm nothing but supportive and loyal. She claimed in her post that I knew she didn't love me, which I thought she did, as she would frequently say that she did. The part that hurts the most was reading these words toward the end. Whenever I am sad, I want to go to him, reach out, see him, anything. But I made a promise to myself I would stop contacting him. I feel like I'm only here to be an object of sex and comfort, as well as to just bide time until her ex comes back. She also put "committed" in air quotes in her post and proceeded to say she's indifferent toward me when I don't do whatever she wants. She goes on about how she can't see a future without him, or she'd just be an old spinster. She's still in love with him and doesn't want that feeling of love toward him to go away. She's been no contact with him for a couple of months, but she'll occasionally talk to him to reaffirm that he still has feelings for her. She says without him she feels hopeless and doesn't want to do anything until he comes back. The post closes with how she sometimes cries about it, and the only thing she thinks will fix it is his arms around her. I know I should break up with her, and I know I can't keep hiding the fact that I found this from her, but I love her so much and couldn't imagine myself without her. I've already bought her gifts, and I wasn't expecting to have to return them, so I don't have a receipt. Now for the top advice before reading the update. So you're happy being a second-place substitute? And do you not realize what this says about her lack of character and overall dishonesty? Please have some self-respect. Whilst you do say it in a very blunt manner, you are right, and I think the cold truth from other people is just what I needed to hear. A little self-love goes a long way. End this relationship and put yourself first. I'm planning to, but I don't know how to bring up the Reddit post without making it sound like I was going through her phone. You don't have to bring it up. You don't owe anyone any explanation. And if she's going to have this entire relationship with her ex in her head, you're welcome to end your relationship with her with little to no explanation. If you want to explain it, tell her that you know she's not in love with you and that you deserve better. Use her own words. I'm sorry she put you through this. It's the mark of a selfish and immature person, her, who isn't ready for a relationship. You have your own Reddit account and found her post online. You should go on there and advise her that she shouldn't be using her boyfriend, you, as a placeholder for her ex, and that she should do the right thing and break up with him before he finds this post and sees how much you hate him. You will shatter his heart and other things like that. Do you live with her? If so, quietly plan your exit. Disappear on her one day. Leave printouts of her Reddit post all around her apartment. If you don't live with her, leave printouts all around her apartment. When she calls to explain, tell her there's no point. You're already devastated. There's no coming back from it, and she should go be with her lover. Now for the update. I just logged into this account again and realized a lot of people wanted an update, so here we are. A lot has happened in the month since finding her post. I'll start with, yes, we are now broken up. But something that will make most of the people who saw my original post upset is that, no, I did not do it immediately. It started the day after my original post, when I confronted her about the post she made. She admitted that she had written it, but said it was not what it seemed. She claimed it was a result of old feelings and just a wave of seasonal depression, which makes some sense, as it is becoming winter because I'm Australian. Obviously, I was thinking that couldn't be right, and questioned her a little harder. However, I'm uneducated when it comes to mental health issues, so I started to doubt myself. The next day, I decided I couldn't take it and tried to break up with her again. But the look in her eye and the love I still had for her wouldn't let me. I was holding out hope that maybe it wasn't actually her words, but an over-exaggerated way of missing your ex. This was along with her suddenly realizing that she does love me and that it just felt different from the love she had with her ex. I was trying to believe it. So this is where I decided to give her another chance, basically to see if I would stop viewing her in a negative light. Then she switched to becoming the best version of herself I'd seen during our relationship. Her mood had elevated, and she was showing affection, but the pain I felt was seeping in. The thoughts in my head grew louder and louder, telling me something was wrong, and that everything was an act to try and rope me into staying. The sudden realization of her loving me had me hooked like a drug I was doing for the first time. But as I kept hearing it and feeling it, the rush I had felt faded more and more. This was 2 weeks ago, and I had made the decision that I was going to break up with her. However, every time I braced myself to do it, or saw her, or saw a picture, all these happy memories came flooding back. All the fun we had, the friends we shared. I was making it harder on myself by waiting longer and longer, but I still loved her a lot. I was torn in two, split between my love for her and all the pain she caused me. This brings us to this most recent Sunday. Don't judge me, I'm young, in love, and just an idiot. When I went to her house and had to have a proper sit-down discussion about a realistic look at our future. The breakup conversation lasted from around 12:30 to 7 p.m. Forgive me for not remembering all the details, but it was a very emotional time and ran together like a blur. The general idea of the conversation was me questioning whether I would ever be able to get past it and whether it would be better for us to split up. Her side was pleading with me not to leave and praying I would stay. However, no matter how much I loved her, and still do, I couldn't get past it. I needed to take a tablespoon of cement and do what was right for me. 6-hour breakup conversation? My dude. Yeah, well, you know I still love her. And I honestly did drag it out, but I had started the conversation when I had gotten to hers, and we had a lot to discuss. Next story. I, 33 male, told my girlfriend her constant tests are wearing me down, and now she thinks I'm hiding something. I've been with my girlfriend, 31 female, for a little over a year. Overall, it's good. We laugh a lot, our day-to-day life fits, and I genuinely see a future with her. The problem is that she has this habit of turning normal moments into little loyalty exams. At first, I thought it was just anxiety from past relationships, so I tried to be extra reassuring. But it started to feel like I'm always on trial, and no answer is ever the right one. Examples. If I'm running late from work, she'll text, "So who are you with?" but with a smiley, like it's a joke. If I don't respond fast enough, she'll say, "Okay," and then later bring it up as proof that I was ignoring her. If I mention a female co-worker's name, she goes quiet and asks a bunch of questions that sound casual but aren't. She'll ask me to pick a movie and then later say, "I just wanted to see if you'd choose something romantic." She once asked me what I'd do if an ex messaged me out of nowhere, and when I said I'd probably just ignore it, she said, "Wow, so you'd hide it from me?" Another time, she forgot her phone at home and asked if she could use mine to call her sister. But then she sat there scrolling for way too long. I didn't say anything in the moment because I didn't want to start a fight, but my stomach dropped. Last weekend, we were at a friend's place, mixed group, nothing crazy, and I was helping in the kitchen. She came in, saw me talking to my friend's girlfriend, and later in the car, she said I was acting different and asked if I was trying to impress her. I finally snapped, not yelling, but I said something like, "I can't keep doing these tests. It makes me feel gross, like I'm guilty until proven innocent. If you don't trust me, what are we even doing?" She got very quiet, then started crying and said that people who react like that are the ones hiding things. She said if I had nothing to hide, I would just reassure her and move on, and that my frustration is suspicious. Now she's been distant for 2 days. She's polite but cold and keeps saying she needs time to process. Part of me feels bad because I know insecurity can be real, but another part of me is like, I'm 33. I don't want a relationship where I'm constantly proving I'm not cheating. I've never cheated on anyone in my life, and I'm not even flirty as a person. I just want basic trust and a normal amount of privacy. Did I handle this wrong by calling it out? How do you even fix this without turning into her full-time reassurance machine? I don't want a relationship where I'm constantly proving I'm not cheating. Honey, you answered your own question. Fair. Writing it out made it pretty obvious. I guess I just needed the kick to stop normalizing it and actually act on what I already know. Absolutely. We so often find our answers that way. I'm glad it worked for you, but sorry this happened. She sounds incredibly insecure. These aren't tests. This is her forcing her insecurities onto you even though you haven't given her a reason to feel this way. Every relationship should be treated as a separate entity, and it seems like she's bringing issues of jealousy and lack of trust from elsewhere and making them your problem. This isn't healthy and it isn't realistic for you to continue to entertain these tests forever. They sound exhausting. I'm not trying to win here. I just want to feel trusted. If I'm missing something or said it wrong, tell me. But I can't keep living in little gotcha moments. Dude, why are you still with this girl? She's not going to change, so you have to. You aren't required to stay in a relationship. Yeah, I get that. I'm not staying out of obligation. I'm staying because I care and I wanted to try fixing it first. But if this is just who she is, then yeah, I'm not signing up for this long term. Constant tests aren't reassurance, they're a sign of deep insecurity. If trust had to be proven nonstop, that's not a healthy relationship to stay in. I wonder if she's doing this because you know she is hiding something. Someone who is consistently giving you tests concerning trust and no cheating is probably the one having a side FWB. Last story. My boyfriend admitted he's been running experiments on me from a self-help group, and now I don't trust my own reality. I, 28 female, have been with John, 30 male, for 2.5 years. From the outside, we look stable. Same apartment for a year, shared routines. He's the guy who brings oranges when I have a cold and remembers my coffee order. I have some old anxiety stuff and I'm in therapy, and John is very into therapy language too. For a while it felt supportive. Then the last few months started feeling like I was being graded. Example, I'll say I'm tired after work and he'll go, "Interesting. What story are you telling yourself right now?" Or I'll be quiet in the car and he'll ask, "Is this you withdrawing to punish me?" It made me second guess every mood I had. When I tried to talk about it, he'd say he's just curious and wants to create safety. I told myself I was being sensitive and kept trying to communicate better. 2 weeks ago, we were at a friend's game night. Not a board game thing, just snacks and a movie. And John did something small but weird. One of the guys complimented my new haircut, and John cut in with, "She almost didn't get it because she needed reassurance." Everyone laughed like it was a cute couple joke, but I felt my face burn. Later in the kitchen, I told him privately that embarrassed me. He looked calm and said, "Noted, that's data." I asked him what he meant, and he said, "Nothing. I'm just tracking patterns." That night, I couldn't sleep, so I went to get water and saw his laptop open at the dining table. I know it's not great, but the screen was literally a spreadsheet with my name on it. Rows like triggers social praise and response defensiveness, asks for a validation. There were dates. There were little scores, like 1 to 5. I felt sick. I scrolled and saw more, including one called Stress Test, with notes like late arrival, observe reaction, and cancel plan last minute, see if she spirals. Some of those things happened. I remember them. I remember how I cried and apologized while he sat there looking almost satisfied. I confronted him the next morning. He didn't deny it. He said he joined a men's growth circle online, and they taught him to stop being passive and start being intentional. He called it relationship science. He said he wasn't trying to hurt me. He was trying to understand me so he could lead better. When I said it feels like manipulation, He got offended and told me I'm reacting from trauma, not reality. He even offered to show me the group videos to prove it's normal, like I should be relieved that lots of men do this. Then he asked me not to tell anyone because they won't get it, and it will ruin his work. I told him I need space and I'm staying with my friend for a few nights. He's been texting sweet stuff mixed with lines like, "Please don't throw away what we built because you saw one tool." My friend thinks I should leave. My therapist says this is a major breach, and my brain keeps doing this loop of what else was staged. What do I even do with someone who admits he's been studying me like a project? He's not a boyfriend. He's a junior sociologist conducting an ethical fieldwork in your apartment. The spreadsheet with little scores is your exit ticket, not a tool. Your next move is to keep staying with your friend and block his number. Anyone who stress tests you like a faulty product doesn't love you. They're trading you. Throw the whole man in the recycle bin. Call the psychological torture what it is. Yeah, he lost any possible excuse for this kind of research when he started treating her badly to see how she reacted. Completely unacceptable to cancel plans on someone just to note their reactions. I'm a man, and I can tell you his behavior is not freaking normal. It sounds manipulative, just like you said. Trust yourself and your feelings, your real feelings, before he got a chance to muddle them up. You know what he's doing is wrong. No real partner will treat you like a science experiment. If he was just keeping notes on things you like and didn't like, that might be a little strange, but would also be kind of sweet, figuring out the best way to treat you. But he was actively trying different ways of building you up, breaking you down, doing good things, doing bad things, and seeing how you reacted to all of them. Meticulously noting all of it. He was looking for a way to push your buttons, to get exactly the reaction he wanted, when he wanted, almost like he was trying to make you a robot. There is no way that is okay. It sounds like your friend and therapist have your back pretty solidly here. Get the support you need from them and any other friends and family you can, and stay away from this guy. Bring friends or family with you when you get your things, and don't let him talk you into getting back with him. He's already shown he'll manipulate you to get what he wants. There's far better men out there.